Have you ever wanted to send a message that no one else could understand? Today, we are going to build a physical tool called a cipher wheel. It is designed to scramble text, so only someone with the right instructions can read it. To begin, gather your materials: the printed A4 Caesar cipher template, a pair of scissors, and a thin, sharp object like a toothpick. By building this tool, you will see the logic used to hide information, a concept that remains central to how we protect data today. The need for secrecy dates back centuries. In the 1st century BCE, sending secure messages was a matter of military necessity. The Roman leader Julius Caesar used a simple letter-shifting method to hide his communications from his enemies. If a courier was intercepted on the battlefield, the enemy would find a message that appeared to be complete nonsense. To restore the message, the receiver needed the key. This was the specific number of spaces the alphabet had been shifted. Even a simple shift ensured that a message remained private as long as the keys stayed a secret between the sender and the receiver. Place your template on your workspace. You should see a large circle and a smaller circle. Use your scissors to cut out the large circle first, and then move on to the smaller one. As you cut out the smaller circle, be careful to trace around the indicator arrow. You will need this tab to point to your chosen key. Locate the center dots printed on both circles. These must be aligned perfectly for the wheel to spin. Place the small circle on top of the large one and push the toothpick through the center of both to pin them together. Hold the bottom circle steady and rotate the top one. It should move freely around the center point. This rotation is what allows us to quickly apply a shift to every letter in a message. To use the cipher, the outer ring will represent the original alphabet, and the inner ring will show our encoded letters. Let's try a shift of 3. Rotate the inner circle until the indicator arrow points to the letter D on the outer ring. To encode the word Caesar, we find the first letter, C, on the outer ring. Directly below it on the inner ring, we see it has become an F. Following this pattern, A becomes D, E becomes H, S becomes V, A becomes D again, and R becomes U. The encoded message is FDHVDU. You have now encrypted your first piece of data, making it unreadable to anyone who doesn't know your shift key. Because there are only 25 possible shifts, this physical cipher is relatively easy to guess. Modern digital communication uses the same fundamental concept of scrambling data, but with a much higher level of complexity. For example, when you use an ATM, your PIN must be hidden so that your bank details remain protected. The same is true when shopping online. Credit card details are encrypted as they travel through the network to prevent theft. This process even happens when you scan a digital code for an instant mobile payment. Today's algorithms use billions of combinations rather than just 25. This scale of complexity is what allows the modern internet to stay secure. Look at your completed wheel. You've built a tool that uses the same logic once employed by one of history's most famous leaders. Try choosing your own shift number to encode a message. See if a friend can use your key to decode it. You've now mastered the mechanics of the Caesar cipher and the basic principles of cryptography.